What's up guys, welcome to another car review. So yeah, I'm in the Mercedes A-Class again, here to review with you. And hey, Mercedes is just going off, so let me get rid of it. Alright, first I want to talk to you about the practicality, how practical this A-Class is, storage wise. So yeah, let's get through that first. Alright, here we've got a little tray cubby. We can slide it open. Got two cup holders, and we've got a little space there for your comb or your CD or whatever. Let's store a bag of crisps there. Two bottles, and then you can always half close it so you can only see the bottles. Alright, on this side, on the door pockets, we've got a cup holder there, and we've just got some storage cubby over there, and we're gonna see how well two bottles fit in there. I doubt a big bottle can fit in here, but yep, the small bottle fits, and let's see how well the other bottle will fit in. Yep, that's fine, perfectly, and you can always store something else in that missing compartment there. Moving on to the armrest, we've got a cubby here, and you can store like your chargers, strapsals, yeah, stuff like that. Also, Mercedes have converted USB Type-C in the Mercedes now, so yeah, that would be quite cool and a bit frustrating for some people, because obviously iPhones as well, and they'll have to use long connectors. They will be running through the whole car, and it will be a bit annoying, so just gotta get used to it. So we get used to it by getting one of these. You can plug in your Apple USB in here, and then it will be running all the way through the car. It will be a very long extension lead. But yeah, this, if you get one of these, it can be like this. Also, what I haven't mentioned, to start the car and to turn the ignition on, you don't really need the key, you just need the key in the car. You've got a start-stop button located on the left side of the steering wheel, and your auto stop and start, and that's when you're cruising and you're like, there's a traffic light coming and the car just shuts down itself. That's for you to save fuel. If you don't want that to happen, you just where does it say on and off? There, on and off, but we keep it on. So when you don't need your key, you can just store it in here. Also, I want to talk you through about the center console, and yeah, you're probably wondering, wow, Mercedes have nailed it, it looks amazing. And yeah, they have nailed it. Let me turn Hey Mercedes off. And I love the way these look like turbines. This is a very amazing feel when you're twisting it, just so satisfying. Amazing. And yeah, this is the AMG line, if you're wondering, and if you already don't know. They actually do come with ambient lighting, and ambient lighting running across the center console on the left hand side. We don't have the ambient lighting in this car, so that's why we've got a plastic red strip running across over there. Alright, moving on to the bottom of the console, we've got a few buttons here for the climate control and the hazard lights. They are okay to touch, I'm guessing, but these bags of switches just really move. You won't be doing this very often, or you won't have to do it, but I'm just demonstrating it to you right now. So that's on the cheap side. Right, moving on to the bottom now. We've got somewhere to rest your hand when you're using the touchpad, and this touchpad is used for the Mercedes entertainment system, and it's very fast, it's very straightforward. I will demonstrate it to you in a little while. First, let's get through with these buttons, what they are and what they do. Alright, on the right hand side, the top right, we've got the volume button here, up and down, and if you hold down is muted and you can unmute. And we've got a button for the navi and the map, radio, media, telephone, and auto park assist, auto drive assist. I think is auto drive assist is when you're on the motorway, you're cruising, you press this button, the car steers for you, but you have to control the accelerator. And this is just if you saved a favorite song, you click on it and it comes up on the media. So if you do get a Mercedes A-Class, I suggest you get the Mercedes A-Class AMG line. It's got everything you need. If you don't go for the AMG line and you get the version below, it does come with two little tiny screens for the entertainment system, and it doesn't really come with dynamic. So if you do get the AMG line, do pay extra for the dynamics. It's very useful. You do need it, and it just, when you're driving, you can select the mode that you're most comfortable with. So what dynamic does, if I move it up and down the switch, you can turn it individual, sport, comfort, and eco depending on the mood and how economical you want your car to be. So we just keep it on sport for now. Okay, if I use the touchpad, press the home button, we've got different settings and stuff, and I'll go through it with you just in a moment. Alright, so first of all, we've got my phone connected. You can connect your phone, your device to it, and once you've done that, you got your media up, you got your songs that's from your phone. So if I click play on my touchpad, also what you do not know is that this is a touch screen, so I can go through the settings and stuff using the touch screen. So if I put the volume down, you can hear me better. So let's go out of that, let's go through vehicle info. So function unavailable, switch on ignition. Okay, so there's my ignition button, there it's on. So it tells me about the vehicle. What does this do? Gas and brake, engine performance. Very interesting if you're interested in stuff like this. And you do want to spec up to these big touch screens. Owner manual. Okay, let's go. You can download the Mercedes Me app on your phone and connect your car to it, and you can do all sorts of stuff like unlock your car, lock the car, turn the lights on, and just stuff like that, and you can check how much fuel you have left. So let's go to settings. We've got quick access, we've got buttons here, very interesting, not quite sure what they do. Got speed limit assist, camera and park assist. Mercedes are well equipped. The control is on now. Turn the volume down. So we've got a touchpad here as well, a mini touchpad, and that's to use for the left hand side of the Navi. It's very interesting as well. We got this and the touch screens. So moving on to the right hand side of the steering wheel, we got touchpad for the speedometer, and we can change it however we want. So if I press the home button, go to radio, we can change what we want to listen to. So very interesting and it's very cool. Alright, if we click the home button again, we've got a phone media, drive dynamic, and what I do like is this. So right now it's on sport and we can turn it to classic, and if we press home we go back to trip. It just changes the color and the background, and it's dependent on your mood. So if I change it back to sport, it will go yellow. Also we can check our tire pressure, coolant oil level, stuff like that, as you can do in other Mercedes as well. You got assistance, you can put your map, your navigation on this screen. You can phone someone using this. Let's go and assist. Also, I can control how I like my seats to be heated, and also I can do that on the passenger side, or the passenger can help themselves with it. So moving on to the steering wheel again, we've got loads of different buttons. Obviously we talked through the touchpads. We've got a back button, home button, and this is all used for this. Got a ring on and ring off. Got a volume button, and hey Mercedes up.
How can I help you?
Let's exit her. And we've got the star for your favorite stuff that you've saved, and we've got buttons here as well. I'm not quite sure what they do, but yeah. Alright, we've got our front windscreen wiper, and for our rear screen. And we've got our left indicator and our right indicator. Also what I love is we've got flappy paddles on the new A-Class. We did have it in the old A-Class, and now we have it in the new A-Class, and I very much love this steering wheel. I think it's one of the best steering wheel and interior you can get in any premium car. This is just amazing. It's like I think, yes, this is an executive car because it's an AMG line. It's got all the kit you need, and do spec up to this range, to this model. Also if I put my foot on the brake, reverse, obviously the engine's not on right now, neutral, and then drive, and then park, and release our handbrake, and turn the handbrake. So that's release and that's on. Change however we want our lights. I keep an auto. And we've got unlock buttons, and we've got auto windows, and we can control our wind mirrors. So if I click that button, it just closes. If I click it again, it's open. If I click the left hand side button for the left hand side wind mirror, I can control however I want the glass, however I want to however my view is, how I want to see cars behind me and stuff like that. So yeah, I can control stuff like that. And one thing you might realize when you go in A-Class, you might be annoyed with, the foot brake is actually offset of the steering wheel, so you can see this is pointing that way, so a little bit that way, and the foot brake is on the right hand side, so it's it's offset. So so you can see my foot is a bit on the right. It should be like this. Is minor. It is a difference. You got your accelerator here, obviously, no clutch. And one thing you do want to know is that the new A-Class only come with an automatic gearbox. It does not come with manual. Only with the flappy paddles if you want to use a manual, but it doesn't come with a manual gearbox at all, just automatic. So if you're an auto fan, do get this. If you want a manual, the BMW 1 Series is there. That's a very good car as well, and the Audi A3, which I love as well, and I love the sweeping indicators. And just look at these lovely seats. They are sports seats. They have red stitching on them as well, with this plastic red going across and this red stitching on this leather steering wheel. Right, so in this A-Class you can really get comfortable. It's quite dirty, but you can open this flap and you can close it depending on how you want your foot to be resting on the seat. There is loads of adjustments, and it hasn't got the switches here. It's meant to be located somewhere here. It's for automatic electronic seat adjusting and the memory control function, but we've got buttons here, levers and etc. Alright, back here of the A-Class. I'm quite tall, I don't know by how much, but I've got loads of headroom and I have got loads of knee room as well. And I can just about stretch my legs underneath the driver's seat, and I can really get comfortable back here. And yeah, I'll be fine with long journeys. Yeah. So while you're at the back and obviously the driver is driving, you will be very happy back here looking at these sports seats, looking in through here. You've got your air vents that look like turbines, very cool. And another thing, open this, you've got two USB type C's there, so obviously again you'll need those big extension leads, and wires will be everywhere around the car. So we've got leather stitching here as well, obviously here as well to match the other side. I like the way that this is made. It's like a triangle, but a curved triangle, or curved corners. You can really put your arm here and rest up, and you've got your lever here to open the door and for your window control. And you've got a little door pocket here. It's very small. You can probably store a bag of crisp in that again if I demonstrate. So yeah, you can't fit another bottle in there. A bottle won't fit in there. It's very tight. You do have seat pockets here. You got nettings. You can store this and your drinks. And another thing you will be annoyed about is that this, as you can see, it's not an armrest. And for that reason is we had to pay extra for it. So let's open the boot. Quite practical. I've got my suitcase stored in here and my number plate. We've got a few mats in there. So let's see the inside. Let me take you there. Alright, the inside of the boot, you've got a little cubby and a little compartment underneath. Our false floor. We do not have a spare tire. We do have a puncture kit. We do have a parcel shelf, but obviously there's nowhere to store it underneath the false floor. You can see there's a bit of a lip to store stuff over. Right, if I open this, you can see I've got three-way opening. You can see how much space we have. We can fit a couple of suitcases in and a ski or whatever. You have whatever you want to store in. There is a decent size storage in the boot. The Audi A3 is actually quite bigger than this, and the 1 Series is a smaller boot than this, so this is just in the middle of both of them two cars. At the back we've got these very cool LED lights. They look amazing. Look at these. And we've got LED registration lights. And we go lower down. Yep, Mercedes are continuing with their trend on the fake exhaust pipe. I wish they stopped doing that. That's so annoying. If you tell by the badge, this is A180d. D for diesel. It's not a petrol. We've got 18-inch alloy wheels. Look very dirty. And lower down in the car, on the left and the right hand side of the front bumper, we've got air intakes. Just here. We've got air intakes. LED lights at the front, daytime running lights, and the 4 beams are LEDs as well. And we've got Mercedes pin grille. And why people buy this car is because of the 3-pointed star. Right, what else I haven't mentioned is obviously we have a glove box in here to store your logbook and papers and files and stuff like that. And if you look at the design on the dashboard, we've got like a step, a 2-way step. It's a very nice design. I would have liked it even more if this whole strip curb was carbon fiber, but nevertheless it still looks good. It's still an amazing car and I still love it. So when you spec this car up, if you wanted to buy one, I wouldn't go for the piano black. It does get scratched a lot, and when it does get scratched, it's very easy to scratch. So I prefer you go for the wooden material finish. It won't get scratched as easier as this piano black, but it's still a good touch. Alright, we do have some cheap plastic. You hear that? There's cheap plastic there. And we've got plastic there, and obviously on this side. And the door pocket It's all scratchy plastic, which is a shame on a premium car like this.